I find my way home, yeah. Wouldn't it be crazy? But you still amaze me.
What's up, everybody? This is another episode of Better Than Static. I'm your host, Tyler. I'm in the gray bomber jacket, which I'm doing this because we're in another GTA stream. And tonight, I have with me.
It's me, Lucas, in the red jacket.
And we're
Eh,
missing Chris. Chris's internet was not working, so he could not get in on the stream. But the thing is, we actually advertised that we're doing the stream, so we wanted to definitely be on here when we said we were going to be on here. Because this might be a new thing for when we do GTA stuff, is where you can interact with us by sending us messages in the chat room on our channel, which is at twitch.tv/betterthanstatic. So definitely check that out if you're into streaming and stuff on Twitch. But I guess we'll go ahead and roll into some topics. I guess I have to take your car, Lucas. Where's your car?
it got impounded. Just make me able to drive your car.
Yeah. All right, you should be good. We're gonna drive around in my sweet Kuruma, and we're gonna talk a little bit about movies tonight. The last time me and Lucas were just on the podcast, we talked a whole lot about movies, but hopefully we'll diversify it a little bit more than just movies. And the first movie that I really want to talk about, Lucas, we went to see this together, was Blade Runner 2049. First
Yes,
thoughts. What were your thoughts on it?
I love the movie. Is the overarching general. It's a great movie. It is. It is slow. I will say that,
But it's still not as slow as the original. Like,
no,
this is
it's
probably
not.
one of the best sequels I've seen.
Yeah, it was not a needed sequel whatsoever. I mean, Blade Runner, the original, is completely self-contained. I was actually a little confused where they got this story from, but I mean, it made sense and it was a good movie. I enjoyed it. It was beautiful.
Now, one thing I will say
Cinematography.
is you did not have to watch the first one to get this to understand the whole plot. But I definitely recommend watching the first one because it's amazing and it also sets up the world where you appreciate it way more. Um, because you just understand the visuals of the world and just kind of the darkness of the world that they're filming in. And it would, I think I'm with you, Lucas. I do not know where this plot came from, but I really appreciate it because it was well thought out. And I don't know, you just weren't expecting it from the first movie, but it tied in great. I saw no problems with it tying in with the first one.
Oh no, it
The
was.
first one, go ahead.
I mean, even the time lapse between the two, they gave it a long enough span. I think it was 30 years from 2019 to 2049. But
Yep.
with the three short films that they
Yeah, they had three short
released,
YouTube films before this one.
yeah, they progressed the world very well. Like it wasn't just like the same exact world or completely different. It was still kind of that 70s 80s technology that was super advanced at the time. It wasn't like all new, updated, and all that. It did really good sticking to the source, I think. I don't know.
No, it was the short films. We didn't watch them before we watched the sequel 2049, but I really liked that they just had that little extra with those. Like I didn't even know they existed until either you told me or I was watching Film House that Funhouse does, and they said it. But they, if you don't see them, they don't take away from the story. They add to the world. The world is so unique, and something I want to compare this to, and it's I want to compare sequels. So we watched the Kingsman, reviewed the Kingsman sequel,
Uh,
and here's what I want to say. You know, Kingsman sequel was too much fanfare, and it was in the same world, but like it was too aware of itself. This sequel just took the world and made a totally standalone movie that paid homage to the first, but it wasn't like, hey, you see what we did here?
Yeah.
Does
No,
that make sense?
I completely agree. The second Kingsman, which at the same time, I will say that the Kingsman should have had a set amount of characters to work with in the second movie. Blade Runner kind of got a opt out of that, where it was 30 years into the future in the movie itself, that all the characters were new. It was a whole different story. It was like it was just basic. It was called Blade Runner because it was set in that world. It wasn't a continuation of the original story. So I think
Now
where
there was a little bit of play of the original story in this one, but it wasn't overwhelming.
oh no,
It was
little tiny
it
things
was
that
self-contained.
yeah, they explained it as they went along. Like if the first movie never existed, they would have made sense. Uh, anyway, kind of thing. But and also Ryan Gosling did a fantastic job as the as Kay, the
As
lead.
the protagonists. The protagonists, yeah. Here's the thing about Ryan Gosling. I did not realize it until we watched Blade Runner 2049, and then this week when I stayed with you, we watched Drive. Ryan Gosling's amazing. He can definitely be the next action star.
See, like neither of those movies are action movies, though. In my opinion, they have fight
They're
scenes
not shoot
in
'em up
them.
movies, but they're still like you could see where he could do action.
Yeah, I don't know. It. I don't know. Where I haven't seen it yet, like he gives off that persona and everything very well, especially in Blade Runner 2049. In
He's just like
Drive,
grimacing.
yeah, in Drive he kind of, well, at least for me, he kind of plays a character where you he's corrupt and kind of does some bad things, but they set him up as kind of like a caring family man kind of thing. And then
Well, he has a set of rule. Like he has a set
yeah,
rules
yeah.
to his life.
And then at the end he just goes hard and it's awesome. But
Okay, we're talking about characters right now. Let's keep talking about some characters that were in Blade Runner 2049. Now we can keep talking about Ryan Gosling if we want to. Like either way, I'm just saying I
yeah.
want to stay focused on the characters because there's some points I want to make on this. So if you do you have anything else you want to talk about on Ryan Gosling?
Oh no, that's I just thought he did a really good job. That's about it.
Dude, that's same here. Another person that had a small part, but I thought did an amazing job from what I like from my perspective was Dave Bautista.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Batista, that's his last name.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Batista.
Now, he is a good actor is what I've realized. And he plays Drax great. I just don't like the character of Drax that much. But the character he played in Blade Runner 2049, he's a replicant that Ryan Gosling's character has to hunt down real quick in the beginning. And it was not a huge duration part, but what he did amazing.
Yeah,
Like Batista.
and everything that I've ever seen Batista in, I mean, has never been a like an emotional kind of role. He always plays like the meathead kind of guy, like a bodyguard or somebody like Drax that's all about destruction and muscle and all that stuff. And he was also ex professional wrestler WWE with the Batista bomb. Shout out to that. But anyway, uh, uh, this is the first thing I've ever actually seen him do that required any type of emotion and serious role, and I thought he did really, really well. He surprised me. Whenever he came on the screen right at the beginning, I was like, didn't know Batista was in this movie. This is going to be terrible, and it turned out to be really, really good. And
Another thing he is great in is in those small, like those short films before like they put out on YouTube. Like he did amazing. I think he was in two of those, or just no, he was just in one.
he was just in one. It's how Ryan Gosling found him.
Found him. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
And he, I've never seen Batista be that strong like not super emotional, but like he's got to keep it believable and keep the emotions believable on the audience, and he just did a really good job. Uh, but I would like to see Batista in more roles like this one if he can do them on par
yeah,
that
for
he did
extended
on.
periods of time.
Yeah, and I mean I don't see why he can't.
Yeah,
I really don't. And you never thought of someone coming from WWE could be an actor, but I mean that's basically what
I
WWE
mean,
is. They're
yeah.
acting.
I think I watched the Netflix series Glow, and what got one of the characters like committed to the cause kind of thing was she went to like a men's professional wrestling match, and she realized that all it was like a daytime soap opera. So it's like they were just acting and creating all these crazy storylines and all this stuff. But yeah, I think to me, I think in this role, Batista managed a level of acting that The Rock is the other former WWE superstar that transitioned to Hollywood. But I think he was amazing. Like it really surprised me. Like even in his very
Well,
short.
Rock's characters are similar to your WWE characters. They're the tough guy, like we talk about
Right.
Drax being like they're similar to their WWE. And like Stone Cold Steve Austin has some of those kind of roles in movies, and then John Cena has a couple roles that are fun in different movies and
Yeah.
stuff. And this role was different than the WWE persona kind of thing, and I liked it. I liked it a whole lot.
Yeah, I think that may be why it surprised me so much because it wasn't him, like being all cocky and braggy and like big and bad. He was scared, kind of like I don't know. It's an
He was
interesting
believable.
dynamic.
That's the thing.
Yeah,
Like it was just like you leveled with him as his character, and it was great. Another character that I want to talk, or I got two, maybe three more. Another character I want to talk about is her name is Love in the movie, but I don't really know her actor, like her actual
yeah.
name. Uh,
Wallace's
what
Angel,
up?
is that what it is?
Yeah,
Is that
Wallace is,
okay?
yeah. The Jared Leto's replicant in the movie. She is such a strong female role.
She's a
And
little
she like
crazy.
projected. I mean, she wasn't. She was in the movie, and you just like when she was on screen, you're like something brutal is about to happen,
Yeah,
like just something bad. And
in a
I thought
very
she did
matter of fact manner as well.
yeah. Well, it's kind of how she did the replicant. Like replicants are very matter of fact, and she's like, "Hey, I'm gonna do this, and I really don't care what my repercussions are. I'm gonna do it." Um, and it was I liked it. I was actually her voice had me scared at one point. Like she lets out this deep yell. I was like, "Oh God, just give her what she wants." I'm gonna look up
Actual
her
name.
actual name. Yeah, because I mean she deserves to be recognized. I think for that role. And again, it was you look at her in the beginning of the movie, you're like, well, she seems like a nice person. Seems like a quaint lady, and and then like it completely changes uh throughout the whole movie. I'm on the cast. Let me see if I can find her. It's not Mackenzie. Oh, it's Sylvia Hoeks.
Sylvia Hoeks. I don't know that name.
Or no, hold on. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's her. She's in The Best Offer, The Girl in Death, The Gang of Oz.
I've heard of none of these.
At least I think that's her. That's her. That's definitely her. She's from the Netherlands, but she's got awards. Golden Calf for Best Supporting Actress. I didn't know the Golden Calf was a award. Bros Before Hoes. She's in Renegades.
I don't know
How
any
many
of
movies?
these.
The Storm. Have you heard of The Storm?
No. Anyway,
She should be in more stuff.
yeah, she
I
might
like
now
her.
that she showed what she could do in this.
Yeah, exactly. I would definitely appreciate her in more things.
Yeah. Another actress that I thought did really good, but in a somewhat minimal part, was uh, Ana de Armas. I probably said that wrong. I'm sorry if I did.
I'm gonna look it up and see if I can pronounce it.
Uh,
Yeah, I think it's Anna de Armas.
okay,
I think that's right.
but she did really good. It was kind of like a her or what's that Joaquin Phoenix movie? Is it Her? Where he falls
Her,
in
yeah,
love
yeah.
with the operating system or the Siri S kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah.
But they they did
She
some really cool
she
cinematography stuff with her glitching out whenever the car got bombed and all sorts of
Yeah, and I'm
stuff.
sure that took some talent to do to hold with it. And her character helped form a thought in the audience's mind that
Yep.
I fell for it. I was like, all right, okay, so I can believe this. And then it just completely flipped on me.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
No.
I think her character was the main thing that made like person that made you believe
Yeah, to
that
sell
they
you
were
on
gonna
it,
go that route.
because she
And
was the
for a
one that
minimum role, like
can.
you said,
Yeah.
had a big turnout. I think like or big kind of push for the amount of time she was on screen.
Yeah.
And then the last character I want to talk about and is Harrison Ford because I love Harrison Ford. Uh, I wonder if have I told the Blade story, Blade Runner when I watched the first one on the show
Uh,
before.
I don't think so.
So when I was watching the original, but I was hanging out at my house in college, and my roommate came and said, "Hey, I'm going over to my buddy's house to watch Blade Runner. You want to come?" And in the back of my mind, I was like, "All right, Blade Runner. That sounds fun. That's got Wesley Snipes where he fights vampires and stuff." I'm like, "That'll be a fun movie." Not realizing it was the movie that it was, and we're over there, we're hanging out, like we're just eating some pizza before then. They're like, "This is probably my favorite Harrison Ford movie." I'm like, "I didn't know Harrison Ford was in Blade. I had no clue." And then I'm watching that, I'm like, "Well, where'd the vampires come in? Where's Wesley Snipes?" And after I got through the fact that it wasn't the movie I thought it was, I loved the original Blade Runner. But the character I want to talk about is Harrison Ford because I do really like Harrison Ford. And when I first watched previews for Blade Runner 2049, I thought his part was going to be really similar to Han Solo in
Yeah.
The Force Awakens, where it's just like that cameo that people love and want to see just to play homage to the first one. But I thought he was going to be either on screen too long or too short, but he was on screen for the perfect amount of time, and he had a purpose when he was on screen, and I really, really enjoyed it.
Yeah. I thought whenever I seen he was actually going to be in the movie, I figured he would be kind of like passing the torch kind of thing to Ryan Gosling, kind of training him and doing all that kind of stuff. And I was very happy to see that it was it wasn't like that. It was, I mean, I don't want to say too much about this story and his role because it is somewhat, at least it was for me, somewhat of a surprise. So,
Yeah, I mean, it was for me too, because I didn't think he would be as strong of a character in the plot that he was.
yeah, yeah.
But that, I mean, that surprised me just because I'm like, huh, they're gonna use him in a cool way, and I liked it a whole lot. And that is all the characters I want to talk about. Do you have any other characters that you want to talk about?
I'll just give Jared Leto's Wallace a quick mention because he was in the movie just for, I mean, what felt like just a few minutes, and I thought that was very disappointing. But he did great in classic Jared Leto fashion. He gave a couple really good deep monologues, and his character was very creepy. I don't know.
Yeah, super creepy. Like, so, um, I don't want to say too much, but when he gives basically birth to the new replicant, that
Yeah.
scene, holy crap, freaked me out. Like, it was just weird and gross. I don't know. It was just Jared Leto did really good through it. Um, Jared Leto's character was cool. I definitely enjoyed it. And this kind of makes me want to think, do you think they'll do a third Blade Runner?
In my opinion, they left it open to have one. Uh, because I think I say that more because I would love to see more of the world and all that, but the movie
Well, I
itself,
want to see Off-World. Because they were talking about Off-World so much from the first one and this one. And I
right,
think Jared Leto's character, will, if we follow his story further, will take us Off-World. And that's kind of what I want to see.
right. Well, I guess that kind of includes the world as a whole because, I mean, the off-world is more of like slave labor camps because that's what the replicants are designed for or were designed for. But I thought it was, I don't know. I would just like to see more of the world in general, just any of it. It's so fascinating, all the
Well, they showed like
different
3
things.
or 4 different parts of the world in this one that you never got to see in the first movie. And I really liked those different aspects because you can see the difference or like how it's not all
Yeah,
that downtown look and just to
yeah,
see what the effects are of the timeline and what the director had in mind is really neat. And you get to see that kind of. So that would be I'm with you. I want to see more of the world. And I don't know any other character that would follow after that besides I mean,
uh,
you have characters to follow. I just think Leto's is the one that'll take main
yeah,
stage for the next one.
yeah.
Oh, also, um, I'm gonna invite our buddy Chris because
Yeah.
he just got in here. His internet got fixed or is working currently. Hey, Chris, can you include your audio for us, bud? Or hold on, he's not joined yet. You got it in here? Include the audio. You got it? Sweet.
Yes.
Well, I guess I mean, do you have anything else you want to talk about Blade Runner 2049?
Nope,
Lucas,
that sums it up. It's a great movie. Go watch it.
Chris, you got anything you want to talk about on 2049? I know you've not seen it yet, but
So there's your answer.
okay. Well, we're gonna review another thing, and Lucas, you've not read your book yet, so I'll review the book that I did, or that I got to read
Yeah.
from. So me and Lucas, we did Cincinnati Comic Expo, which if you haven't watched that mini doc on our YouTube channel, definitely check that out. It was fun to edit, and it was definitely fun to actually go there and film. We had the honor of getting two books from Hydra Publication, which is a smaller publication company that's out of Goshen, Kentucky. It's near Louisville, and two of their authors were there, and they asked us to review their books. So I got a book called Hand of God, and it's by Tony Ackery, and it's the first of three books, and it follows a character called Victor McCain, and he's a bounty hunter, and it is a fantasy thriller fantasy, whatever, and I'm just gonna roll into that. So read the book. I first for this genre of story for me, it was what I really enjoyed about it is like as soon as you open up, it's in the it starts the story. There's no fluff. It just rolls into it. And it kind of helps creates that thriller aspect of what's going to happen next. I need to keep reading it. I want to know what happens in the next chapter on the next page. And I really loved it. It was definitely an entertaining read. I liked the Victor McCain character, and they reveal him well to where you think he's not got a lot of depth, that he's just a bounty hunter and he's just some tough guy. But as you roll through the movie, you get to see different aspects of who he is. And I don't want to give away anything, but he's got to stop this this it's like a cult, and he's got to stop their plan. And it just what I really love was the plot was so complex. Like it set up the three books perfectly. The only critique I have about this book is like the way they're gonna fulfill their so-called prophecy or their end game was a little like the cult was a little weird because it involved computer viruses that caused real viruses, and I just like I don't know, it was weird. But that doesn't play a whole thing in the book. That's just like, oh, you're trying to stop that. So it didn't take me out of the book so much. But you know, you can't really guess the end. The end is really cool, and you know, it leaves you there satisfied with the story, but it also leaves you on a cliffhanger that you could read more and want more. I don't know, have you guys, I mean, I know Chris doesn't read much, but do you guys like the thriller genre much?
Uh, yeah.
What was that, Chris?
I like thriller movies.
Thriller movies are definitely cool. I can handle thriller. I can't handle horror. Um, do you guys like the fantasy kind of movies, like vampires and stuff?
Uh, there are a few that I like.
Yes.
They have to be
Yes.
done pretty well, though.
Dracula Untold.
You like Dracula Untold, Chris?
No, I've
Yeah.
never seen it.
Lucas, oh, you've never
It's
seen
really
it?
good.
Oh, Lucas likes Dracula Untold.
Yeah, I like Dracula
Can you
Untold.
hear Chris all right, Lucas?
He's a little quiet.
Yeah, for me too. Um,
Is this better?
Yep.
that's better. That's way better. Uh, so what I really liked about the book that it was fantasy thriller is like it wasn't so much fantasy that you're distracted from the plot. It was enough fantasy that you're like, all right, I get a taste for this, and it was thrown in, not too scarce, but not too much, and it was a really good read. And I definitely recommend reading Hand of God and the other two books by Tony Ackery for Hydra Publications. I would like to talk about more, but I also don't want to spoil the book because it is. I didn't think I'd like it, and then I actually really enjoyed it. And that sounds bad. I just, like I said, I don't really do the thriller fantasy, but it was really good. So definitely check out that, and you'll actually hear more about it on the mini doc if you watch that on YouTube. And Lucas will read his book, which is Sins of Retribution, and it's by James Gillen,
Yes.
and he'll do a review on that too in a later episode or something.
Yeah.
But
Hopefully, next episode is what I'm shooting for.
cool. I definitely enjoyed interviewing Tony Ackery and James Gillen, and hopefully we do their books justice. Because I really enjoyed it. It was super entertaining, and I've said that a bunch, and I don't want to say it too many more times because then people will just think I'm plugging, but I'm not. So, on the Comic Con thing, I filled us out for press credentials for Derby City Comic Con, which is in that's in Lexington, or no, it's in Louisville.
Louisville.
So I'm pumped. I'm pumped for that. Hopefully we get that. Um, Chris didn't want press credentials, but I got me and Lucas some. But also he might have to work that weekend, right, Chris?
Well, what weekend is it again?
October 28th and 29th. It's in 2 weeks.
I didn't have to work today, so I would be off, but I don't, like I said, that's not my scene.
Chris, you got to check it. If not, you don't have to go to this one, but if we get one in the future, definitely check it out. Because, Lucas, did you think you were going to enjoy Cincinnati's as much as you did?
Uh, yeah.
Oh, you expected it? I thought you were kind of
Yeah.
hesitant about it.
Oh no, I've always wanted to go to a Comic Con. I just didn't know exactly what to expect. I've always wanted to go to one though. But
It was super fun.
it was interesting, that's for sure.
One thing I'm definitely going to do if we get to go to Derby City is they have sci-fi speed dating there. And I'm going to do some investigative journalism for it because I want to know about it.
You will not give that up.
Kirby's gonna
I
find
won't.
true
I want to know.
love.
No, I just want to find out what's the angle? Is it you dress up and just speed date regular, or you dress up and act like your character while speed dating,
I hope it's
or
the
it's just
second
speed
one.
dating for nerds,
I hope it's the second one. That would be awesome.
or you have to act like you're.
Yeah.
If I would dress up like Batman, just say, "I'm Batman" the whole
Are
time.
you Rachel?
Rachel.
Oh,
But yeah, we'll let y'all know if we get to go to Derby City Comic Con. Next topic, still on the movie. We're back on the movie stuff. Is the Last Jedi trailer? Have you guys watched that? Well, I know Lucas has because I watched it with him. But Chris, have you watched the Last Jedi trailer?
I think so. I'm pretty sure I have.
Describe what you watched.
I remember a porg yelling.
Who yelling?
A little porg.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Then you definitely
That's
watched
it.
it because that's it.
That's all I
do you
remember.
guys? What are your guys' view on Star Wars universe in general?
I mean, it's
Uh,
okay. I'll go watch it probably, but I'm not like some big fan.
Yeah, I enjoy it quite a bit. The first three movies and like the first three original movies and what they've came out with so far in this run, I've thought has all been really, really good. So uh, I like it a lot. I really liked Rogue One.
I definitely liked Rogue One too. I love Star Wars. I don't know all the canonical information, but I definitely know the movies fairly well. I love the original 4, 5, and 6, and I deal with the prequels. I deal with them, I guess.
I try to block them
And
from memory.
like
I like Jar Jar Binks.
you would, Chris. You
You
would
were
like
part
Jar
of the
Jar.
problem.
Darn millennial bullcrap. Only millennials like the prequels because it's what we grew up on. I grew up on the 4, 5, and 6, and I'm like, oh hey, there's more movies. I should watch these, and then I immediately regretted it.
Yeah, see, I watched the first one and then went back and watched 4, 5, and 6. I liked them whenever I was a kid. I was all about it, but after rewatching them as, an adult, it was very, very, very It was not good. I'll just leave it at that.
What I really liked about 4, 5, and 6 versus the prequels was like Jedi's were knights and not freaking samurais or ninjas that jump around and do all the stuff. It was like tension and the like. Sure, it's flashy and it's high pace, but
It didn't feel
give me
choreographed.
yeah. I don't know. It's just and it's hard for actors to act in front of green screens solely. So that's like my what I really liked about Force Awakens and Rogue One is like they actually had props for them to interact with on set and stuff.
Yeah. They shot at locations. I mean, still a lot of it is obviously
A lot of
green
CGI, but
screen and CGI and all that, but uh, I
it
don't know.
immerses the actors a little bit better, I think. So, what are your guys' thoughts on the trailer? What do you think this Last Jedi is going to be about? Who do you think the Last Jedi is going to be? Just kind of roll into it. Start us off, somebody. Go.
I
Where
have
you at?
no
I'll
idea. I don't know enough about the Star Wars universe to make a good guess because I mean, like, okay, I guess the Last Jedi is probably Luke Skywalker since he's reclusive and stuff. And see what's it about, and maybe Kylo Ren. It's like maybe I'm a bad guy, maybe I'm a good guy, but I don't think that's actually what happens because the way the trailer's edited at the end, Ray and him at the end of the trailer those are two completely different scenes. So
Yeah, I agree with that. I think Kirby, whenever he initially watched it, thought she was saying that to Kylo Ren,
ooh.
but I
and then I
feel like,
watched it like a third time.
yeah, I feel like she's saying that to uh, uh,
Finn.
Finn or
You think it's
Luke
saying to
or
Finn? Okay.
No, I just said Finn because that was the first name that came to my head.
yeah,
Oh,
I
that would
would
be a
think
cool.
Luke uh would be my first option of who she's saying it to.
I wouldn't throw out Finn.
Uh,
I know you just said it randomly though, but you know, Finn, I think, and her relationship should be developed more. I'm not saying like a romantic relationship, but like the friend because
it
they were
doesn't
both
have to
thrown
be.
into this new story together. You know what I mean? Like they found each other in Force Awakens and rolled through pretty much the first movie together. And I think they'll be apart when they first start the movie, but it would be good that like if they form that relationship back up of hey, I would really like to have a friend and confidant during this rebellion.
I don't think they need to be in a relationship.
No, I'm not saying that. I think that would take away from the true plot of Rey finding maybe herself as a Jedi or maybe just as a person in this crazy universe she didn't realize was there until she stepped out of Jakku. But
When was she
I
in a jacuzzi?
Jakku as in the planet she was on in the first one, the sand planet that looks
No.
a whole lot like Mos Eisley.
I've never even. I've only seen the movie the one time in the theater, so I'm doing my best.
Well, I think I watched it twice in theaters.
I think I watched it 2 or 3 times. I don't remember, but that's the only time I've seen it. Is from theater, so I'm trying to really think hard right now from the Force
Yeah,
Awakens.
I mean the only two franchises that I get like most like okay, so Star Wars is like one of the most like people get hyped franchises. The only two franchises of movies or films or books or anything, Harry Potter and Game of Thrones. Those are the only two things that I have ever gotten like super hyped about. I I don't know why I just can't get into it. I mean I like Star Wars, but I don't have it in me
Uh,
to get hyped about it. I don't think.
no, I understand. I think the reason why I watched it so many times in theaters is simply because
Yes.
it's just better in theaters than it is at home or anywhere else,
Yeah.
kind of thing.
Did
From
did
the
me going
sound
yes
and-
come over the mic right then?
Yeah,
Yeah.
what just happened?
Sorry, I have the game cast open for the Cubs Dodgers game.
Oh. Are they gonna get that W?
Top of the fourth, no outs. Cubs are up 2-0. So
So it's looking like it.
it's top of the fourth. Anything could happen.
On the
I'm
Harry
just
Potter
saying-
note, Chris,
Oh.
you would fit in at Comic Cons because there's a lot of Harry Potter cosplays.
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't know. What would I do? I don't like talking to people, so like
I mean, me and Lucas just kind of got some interviews for the camera and then went to a couple panels and walked around to the booths and stuff. It was really fun.
I mean, I guess I don't know. I just don't like going out.
Chris, let's
Did-
delve deeper into this. What do you like to do?
I like to play video games, and I started playing
But only
Hitman this
certain
week.
video games. Only certain video games.
Hitman is freaking amazing. Please get it. It's awesome.
Which one is it?
The new one, Hitman 2016. It's fantastic.
I've not seen it advertised. I'll have to check it out.
I mean,
It's been out for a
for like 2 years
Oh.
now, Kirby.
I
Maybe
mean,
that's why I
I
haven't
saw
seen
it in the
advertised,
news
'cause I-
because
I
the
just-
developer went under, and Square Enix was like, and then they gave it to their indie developer, and that's good. Still,
I played
there's
the
a-
first episode, and
I really like
it's
it.
really good. I enjoyed it, but
See, I have all because when I bought it, I have everything on it now. So,
I gotcha.
but what
But-
kind of video games are like? Select video games, like, yeah, I guess. I'll play a whole
'Cause you
bunch of
don't
different
like-
type of games.
Like one game that I'm super pumped for and you're not is PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. And I cannot wait for
I
that to hit Xbox.
Cause I'm not a big fan of like that kind of multiplayer experience. Oh, I'm gonna die.
Well, here's something I want to pitch to you, Chris. Because Fortnite has just brought out a new style of their game called Battle Royale, and it's free. Would you download it and play it with me and see if you like it?
What is it?
It's basically PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, but you can build stuff
Then no.
to survive. It's like a mix between PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds and Minecraft because you can build forts and stuff to withstand.
I don't know. I don't know why I don't like it. It's just not interesting to me. Like because I've seen Player Undergrounds, you run around and you hide and then you die, or you get lucky and you kill somebody. Like
It's just so suspenseful.
I like things to happen in games that I play.
Well, you can make them happen in PUBG. You can go run and find people and kill them.
But I'm not good enough to do that. So therefore, my foot's asleep. Oh dear God, save me. I hate this. But I don't know. It's just I've never liked games where you sit around and hide unless it's like a zombie game or something. Like
But
Call of
you don't
Duty
have to
Zombies.
sit around and hide. That's the thing. Like you can. That's definitely one style or
But
like
you're s-
strategy of the game.
Why did that? I mean, I guess, but
Just download Fortnite Battle Royale and play with me a couple times, please.
why are you
It's
so
free.
desperate?
It's completely free because I think it'll be fun, and I don't have a
But
team.
then
And I
I'll-
don't want
but
to play with just a bunch of
then-
randoms.
But then I'll freaking get an achievement by accident and then have to play it for more.
You achievement whore.
Shut
That's
up.
all you play games for. I feel like. Would that be a true statement? Is that what you play
Not
games
really.
for?
I mean, I'm playing Hitman right now. I mean, I'm getting the achievements, but I really enjoy the game.
And then you really enjoyed Skyrim too, right? That was another game you really enjoyed.
I really, really, really love Elder Scrolls games. Not online.
like-
Forget Elder Scrolls Online.
Do you just like the story? You want the story to be good?
I like being in an immersive world like that.
Are there any multiplayer games that you really, really enjoy?
I mean, I really liked Titanfall 2,
Titanfall 2 was good. I loved that game.
but I was also good at it, so I didn't have any reason not to like it. Where's this dude at?
Maybe if you
Oh, I died.
tried to do more like games like that, you might find some you like. Like one that I'm playing right now is Overwatch, and it's really fun. You could be good at it.
I don't like strategy. I like just going for it.
Well, you can do that. You can do that too.
But I wouldn't win if I just go for it.
No.
Here's what you're gonna find
If you
out.
do
You're gonna
DPS,
figure out that I'm not black or white on this issue. I'm not hardline. This type of game only. I mean, I will never play an RTS game. That's for sure.
what's RTS?
But
Real-time strategy.
real time strategy,
Oh,
and I hate that.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of it either.
what is an example of real-time strategy game?
Halo Wars,
Yeah.
I don't know that game. I don't ever played that.
StarCraft,
I don't know that one either.
It's,
XCOM,
yeah. Think of it
I
as
don't know any of
like,
these.
Mario
think of it
plus
as
Rabbids.
turn-based, uh, turn-based strategy games. It's more like a tabletop game than it is a video game.
Okay,
Yeah,
because
that's what I get.
I've played actual tabletop games
Right. That's
like
uh,
Catan or
it's not. They're not like Catan or anything like that. It's uh,
Eclipse is like that. It's real-time strategy because you're kind of trying to defeat other people.
yeah. I guess that's what it is. Eclipse would be a decent example of it.
Have you ever played Eclipse?
I think so. I think I played it with you. Did I not?
No, I've not played it with
No,
you. The only time I played
maybe
it was
not.
in college, and I started playing at 8 o'clock and didn't get home till like 2 a.m.
Okay, maybe I didn't play it. Maybe I'm thinking of something else. I don't know what else I'm thinking of.
That was one of the nights I realized that I was a legit nerd. That I played a game that long.
Yeah, I
I,
would not do that.
Here's the thing: if like if people are making moves and they're not just playing defensive and waiting on you to like do something to where they can react, I'll play that all day. Like, because if I'm playing a game, I'm gonna try to go for it. I'm not gonna just hang back and see what happens because that's not my play style. It's usually make something happen or have like three plans that have similar strategies. I don't know. It's just that's how I roll. So, I guess let's go back to Star Wars Last Jedi because we kind of transitioned from that really quick.
I was trying to.
Stop it, because I actually I want to talk about it. So, a character that I'm actually happy they're going to do something with is Captain Phasma,
He
and me and Lucas
died.
agree on this subject. Wait, what'd you say?
I watch him not.
Well, it makes it look like she's going to actually do something. Like there's going to be contention
And
between her and Finn.
yeah, I mean, they did that in the Force Awakens trailer too, though they showed her quite a bit, and she ended up just being kind of a background character. Uh, but at least she'll have at least one fight scene kind of thing, judging from the trailer itself. So
I'm hoping for more because I don't know. I think that there'd be a uh cool thing between her and Finn that you could have like a side story almost to your main story that could help further the main story. I don't know. I
yeah,
just feel like
maybe.
that'd be neat. And plus, you guys like Brienne Tarth, right? You guys think she's cool.
Yeah,
Man,
So
Brienne Tarth's dope.
So I figured you'd kind of have some love for the Captain Phasma character because that's the same actor.
Yeah,
I
no,
mean, I guess.
I just haven't seen
Yeah.
enough from
Yeah.
Captain Phasma to be excited for something that she may or may not do. I'm more excited. I don't really know how. Like, I'm glad that she at least gets a fight scene because Brienne of
It's
Tarth can
better than
throw
nothing, I
down.
guess.
But I don't know. I don't know. I don't have enough to go on to be excited for, or you know what I mean, in that sense.
Yeah. Maybe in the second trailer they'll show more and it'll give you some more hope. More
Yeah.
hope for that.
I mean, the movie comes out in like a
Possible.
month,
Yeah. So they definitely
two
waited a
months.
long time for that for well is that is the second trailer, right?
There's a
That was
teaser.
a
This is trailer
teaser.
number
Yeah,
one.
This first
this is the
trailer, okay.
first trailer.
Yeah, Star Wars.
So
Whoa.
yeah. So another movie. We've talked a lot about movies, but I went to watch the new Jackie Chan movie last night, Foreigner. It was
How was
it
it?
was it was very good. I liked it very much.
That was a.
That
You sounded like
that
you were
was
from like freaking Calcutta, dude. And that was not the right accent at all.
oh, I bring honor to family. Is that
Oh, there
better?
we go. Wow. Yeah. I just trapped you into saying something saying something kind of offensive. So it
That was
worked.
stereotypical and offensive, yes. But I definitely really enjoyed Foreigner. I liked that Jackie Chan still going strong. This was so Jackie Chan doesn't have many like super serious movies, and this
I
one
mean,
was an action movie, but like he was serious. His character was like in it, no comedy,
there was no jokes.
no jokes. It it made Jackie Chan a little OP, but I still liked it a lot. Um,
I mean, it's an action movie. There's all the main characters are untouchable, basically.
Oh
well, in
Lord.
this movie, only Jackie Chan's untouchable. Everybody else can be destroyed, and he does it basically. It takes
I don't,
place
no
in Chris's
spoilers.
favorite place. It takes place in Chris's favorite place.
Alright, Dublin. Yeah, I know.
No, Belfast.
Oh God, no wonder everybody wants to kill everyone.
That's Chris's favorite
The
place he's
Corbin
ever
of
been to.
Ireland.
Dude, it's like the ghetto of Ireland.
I would say it's.
Also,
Any city that big is gonna have a ghetto. It's just the way it is.
question, is Pierce Brosnan Irish or is he just
Yes, he is.
British?
He's Irish,
Okay.
which doesn't explain why his accent sounds like that in the trailer, because it's Scottish in the trailer.
It doesn't sound like a good Irish accent in the movie. Like it's not bad, but it's not like it doesn't seem like he's from there.
Guess what? Because I thought, well, and Mom asked me if he was like British or Irish in the trailer. I'm like, I don't know. And I looked it up and I was like, well, it says he's Irish, but that's the least. That's the worst Irish accent I've ever heard.
Wait,
A movie I would compare
From
Foreigner
Dublin.
to is the first Taken movie,
Yep,
but
I
it's
knew
not real
exactly where you're
cringy.
going with that. First Taken wasn't really cringy either, though.
It had
no.
some cringy parts for me, but
You thought
I
the
really like
phone
Foreigner.
call was cringy. That was one of the
Oh,
I
coolest
just
parts of the
phone
movie.
phone call was dope.
Yeah, for
I
real.
don't
Shoot
know.
that guy.
I just I don't know. I wouldn't have went into like I have a very certain set of skills, and I'm just like I'm gonna find you and I'm gonna kill you like that would be I'd end it there.
That was the and that you
But
just. It was it was a good scene. It set his character up really well. I liked it. It was good.
I
The
don't know. I
first
really
Taken
like.
movie was awesome. The other two,
I'm
not so
not saying it
much.
wasn't. I liked the first Taken movie. I just really wish that they would have like revealed his character throughout the movie and not just right there.
Oh,
That's also
because
how,
you want exposition in a freaking action movie? Grow
Yeah.
up.
I mean, they basically
I,
just dumped it out and was like, okay, now go fight a bunch of people.
Now we're gonna do cool stuff.
Yeah.
I want
I
what
mean,
I
that's
want.
that's an action movie. That's 99%
That's on you
of the
for
action
going into that
movies.
expecting something else.
Yeah.
Well, I wasn't expecting it. That's just what I like. I like exposition.
Why are you so boring?
Exposition is not boring.
Yes, it
Exposition
is.
can create twists and just crazy, awesome things you did not know in the beginning. It's like, oh wait, that makes sense now. It's just awesome.
How did you like
Uh,
Mad Max?
I've not watched it yet. I actually bought it this week while staying at Lucas's. Well,
Have
the
fun
new
not
Mad
having a lot of
Max,
exposition.
the new Mad Max, or the
Yes.
old Mad Max.
The
The old
new
Mad
one.
Max I really like. I like old Mad Max.
I've only seen the new one.
Chris, why do you go back and
I
watch
don't have
original movies?
I don't have time. I don't. Well, I mean, I do, but I'd rather
You
spend
do
it
have
doing
a lot of
other
time.
stuff than watching old movies.
Old movies are the best. They're great.
Or
Some
not.
of them are good.
I like a
Don't
lot
you
of
only
old
okay?
movies.
You only say that because the old movies that people talk about now were all good. Nobody talks about the bad ones.
I watch. I mean, one of my favorite old movies, definitely Cool Hand Luke. But like Postman, I really like Postman, and people don't like Postman.
Jeez, what Postman? Okay, a movie that came out in 1990 is not old. Let's just put that to bed.
Well, fine then. Dirty Harry, definitely like the Dirty Harry movies. That's 80s.
Okay,
Some people don't like those.
those are pretty widely regarded as really good action movies too. I don't know
Uh,
where are you getting this information.
there's some westerns that I've watched with my dad that I really liked, but nobody else knows about them. I can't think of their names though. But I like old movies.
Got to deliver the tanker to the gas station.
I think there's a lot of underrated actors from like those
If you say
times.
Paul Newman, then I'm gonna come hit you.
Yeah,
through the
super
TV screen.
underrated.
Yeah.
I never said Paul Newman was underrated. I love Paul Newman though.
I'm more of a fan of Randy.
Yeah, he's your best
No.
friend, isn't he?
Yet.
Oh gosh, your Randy Newman impression's great.
You got
you-
a friend in me. You got a friend in me. The only reason I feel like this is I took a nausea pill, so I feel better now. So
Yeah, did you ever hear back
felt
on your
real. Yeah, H.
ailment?
pylori test negative. They're doing the HIDA scan Thursday.
So that'll tell if you got the stones or not.
No, the ultrasound is for the stones. This will tell me if my gallbladder's functioning properly.
Well, they didn't find any stones from the ultrasound, I guess.
They wouldn't have
Right.
went ahead for the HIDA scan if they had.
Okay, yeah. Well, hopefully they figure it out. I'm still going with my xenomorph theory that it's just gonna burst out.
Shut up! No!
Be straight from a Ridley Scott film, man.
It's so weird.
How's that weird?
Cause it's not. And your insistence
not
on it
what?
is really. Your insistence on it is creepy.
Here's the thing. I just insist on things because they annoy you. That is really my
Everything
purpose on
annoys
this
me.
earth. Yeah, I know. That's why I insist on a lot of things.
Especially you.
Anyways,
Ah,
Chris has
whatever.
gallbladder issues, so keep him in your thoughts. I had some
I'm gonna be
issues
real
this week.
excited when they do that scan and then nothing shows up and they have to kill me because they don't know what's wrong with me.
I'm telling you, man. I'll put money on my theory. But anyways, I've had some personal issues this week.
Oh,
My Sirius XM radio,
oh, give me a break.
it ran out. My trial ran out, and I'm debating right now if I want to pay for a new subscription or not.
We'll get more
It's a tough
channels.
here's the thing. I think I have to. So there's two options. I can either do the cheaper option, which gives me a butt ton of channels, but it's still not all of them. And then there's like the other plan that's like $10 more, and I get all the channels and I can play it at home and stuff. But I don't.
Yeah, I mean, why would you want to
I-
play it
I'll-
at home?
Yeah, exactly. I don't listen to it in my car. I was really missing it on my drive home from Lexington this week, though. So I think I'm gonna break down and buy it because there's some killer alternative rock music on that channel.
Oh, yeah.
And Bloom, neck deep, man, killer band.
I like how I could definitely tell the sarcasm in your voice right then.
Okay, so
They're really not bad.
It started out that I did not like. I was like, this is a really cringy song. I didn't really care for it, especially because that last note. But you listen to it more times, and it actually grows on you.
That's what I was saying the whole time.
It wasn't
was-
awful.
But yeah, I told you it gets better the more you listen to it, and then you're like, nah, whatever, and yeah, all right. I like being right.
Yeah, I guess because it happens very little.
Bull crap.
Not really.
Okay, try me.
I'll try you about what?
Try me about something. See if I get it right or not.
I don't. I know
gotta-
stuff
you
that
gotta
you will
stand.
not get right. I know some
Okay.
definite stuff you will not get right.
Let's do some general knowledge stuff then.
Okay.
Like
What
potpourri.
is? I don't want to talk about fragrances.
Oh my, dude. That's the term. Okay, whatever. Forget it.
No, I know. I just like being like that to annoy you.
Too bad I can only take one nausea pill every 6 hours.
Let's see here. Trying to
Oh
think.
shoot.
I can't think of any good like trivial knowledge that everybody knows. I can think of some knowledge that not a lot of people know, like calculus and stuff. But
I think that's a little bit too specific.
I mean, not really. It's not super specific.
But calculus is something not a lot of people study.
What is this acceleration due to gravity?
9.8 meters a second.
No. In feet per second squared.
Feet per second. So.
Yeah. So
If I knew what meters to feet was, I would be able to do that for you. But I can't.
Well, here's the thing: we're American. We should know that because that's how we're supposed to know it.
Or we should
Sorry.
switch to the unit of measurement that actually
Just
makes sense.
switch to metric.
I wouldn't mind switching to metric because most of my physics and stuff, I mainly did it in metric. But here's the thing also, I'm used to conversions for like my road design stuff in is it standard, I guess, is the other one? Like the other option?
Yeah.
That's
Imperial.
the American. Imperial, okay.
Imperial. The American.
America units. But yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's some deep thoughts. America should switch to metric.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's better than the political discussion we had last week, I guess.
Well, it was like very quick discussion. It wasn't like we threw down our
True.
political views on screen.
True. I just. Yeah, I was feeling a little.
You were just like, take me
Ugh.
on, world. I've got nothing to lose.
I've got like I know. I'm like I was just not care. I did not care.
I think that's all
Wow.
our topics. You guys got anything new, like that we haven't talked about yet?
Nope.
Oh wait, we didn't get to congratulate Lucas in person. Lucas is an uncle now.
I am.
Oh. It's not. Why congratulate him? He didn't do anything.
Nope.
Well, I mean, it's still cool to.
You
He's an
congratulate his sister for pushing a baby out. I mean, but that's.
What do you
I
think
mean,
about
that
this kid,
should.
Lucas?
He's pretty awesome.
We'll have to teach him some good movie stuff when he gets old enough. Show him all
Who
the
does
good
he look
movies.
like?
Uh, he's got the red hair, but he looks like Brandon in the face right now.
So he looks
Oh, you
like the
can
dad.
tell.
See, I don't. People kept on telling me that like my niece looked like my sister or my brother-in-law. I'm like, I see her way more than you do, and I don't see it. I think she looks like herself. I don't know. Like I could not picture who she looked like, but now I can definitely picture it. Like she's almost 3. Well, no, she's 2.5, not almost 3. Uh, but she looks definitely like my sister.
20. Wait, how do I? 2.5. So minus 2. 20. Wait, 21 and a half years older than your niece.
You're
I
21 and a
think
half years older than my niece.
she's 2.5. I think I'm doing the math right.
She was born in March.
Well,
of-
I'm just going by literally the numbers.
She was born in March of 2015.
I'm going my age minus 2.5, Tyler.
Okay. That's neat.
I was trying to throw in that I had a birthday this week, but that didn't work.
Happy birthday!
Oh yeah,
No, I
Chris
wasn't
did have a
asking for happy
It was
birthday. I
Tuesday.
was just saying I had a
It was
birthday.
Tuesday. Chris
It
had a
was
birthday Tuesday, October 10th.
Yeah, it was probably my worst birthday ever.
I wished him a happy birthday,
You
but
did.
it wasn't like flashy. I think the best birthday text I ever sent you was I sent you this gif of like horses stampeding to like this happy birthday thing, and then I sent you a meme of Double D from Ed, Edd and Eddie that said "Prepare your anus."
You did. I remember that one.
That was like our freshman year of college. I should have sent you that
That's
one
why I
this
was
year.
like, I don't know, but yeah, not a really good birthday because I felt like poopy poop. Couldn't do
So you needed to
anything.
prepare your anus for the diarrhea that you had.
I didn't have diarrhea Tuesday.
But you
I just
still
felt
needed to
bad.
prepare your anus.
I haven't had diarrhea in a while. I haven't had diarrhea in like a week and a half. So take that. Actually, more like a week.
Well, let's
On that brown
let's
note,
on this note, let's do with this episode of what Chris's gallbladder is doing to him. Let's kill it. So, this will be the end of this episode. You can check us out on YouTube, Podbean,
ugh,
iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, and Twitch. When we do these GTA streams, try to do them live and keep you all filled in to where you can send us questions and stuff in the live chat. Also, tell a friend, review us, subscribe to us, give us a like. I think that's all the things you can do with our social media right now. If you want to talk to Chris, you should tweet at us at BTStatic. If you want to talk to me, email us at btstatic.pod@gmail.com. You should
If you
definitely
want to
check out the
talk
mini
to
doc.
me, tweet at Chris or email Kirby, and they will relay that message to me.
Because Lucas is a ghost.
that's a good point.
Um,
Spooky ghosts.
hopefully you'll check out the mini doc on
Oh,
Cincinnati
no.
Comic Expo. And hopefully we can be at Derby City Comic Con. So if you want to see us
I don't walk a
there.
guy with two out with freaking one out. Sorry, I should have muted my mic. That's my bad.
Also, if you want to watch the Cubs game, it'll be too late when this episode comes out. But yeah, hopefully
Go
this episode
Astros.
has been better than static.
Oh,